Alright, so here's the thing. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new modern uniform for Cyclops in order to analyze whether or not the devs actually gave him a little bit more love than they showed to Polaris, Beast, and Angel, because all three of these guys offensively have been a bit of a letdown. I'm not expecting too much from Cyclops because he's always been a leadership slash support character that you slap a CTP of Insight on and just kind of forget about. But since for the first time ever, they actually gave him damage accumulation in his kit, and it's actually accumulation based on damage dealt. So it's the best kind, really. It's the one that activates when you're attacking. You don't have to rely on getting hit. And he does have a couple skills that can be delayed, cancelled. I'm curious to see if he could actually be a DPSer for people who don't have the top tier meta blast characters like Iron Man at tier 4. Maybe you don't have Storm currently at tier 4. Maybe he could be an ABL or ABX character for you. I doubt it. Really, I really and truly doubt they would go as far as to make Cyclops strong enough to replace Iron Man or Storm, even since Storm was a premium uniform and they stand to gain a lot more than they would if they made Cyclops a top tier DPS, because they know people are going to buy this uniform for Cyclops regardless, just because with the new leadership giving you 45% attack and the new passive giving you 40% energy attack, you're looking at a solid 85% attack buff to all of your energy based characters, and that is a pretty big number for high-end content. Anyways, so with Cyclops in this new uniform, the rotation I'm going to be using in this video is going to look something like 3 delay cancel, which you can actually do now. You can actually cancel right there as soon as he throws up the I guess crystals in the air. You can kind of just cancel out of it right there and you'll still get a little bit of damage. The 5, however, is a bit tricky because you have to wait until he fires off the beam and then you can cancel out of it, and apparently the majority of his damage is now going to be on his 4th skill. See, looking at this, I don't think he's going to be very proc friendly. Obviously, you still want to proc on Rays of Ruin for his tier 3 rotation, so you're going to probably go something like 3 delay cancel, 5 delay cancel, proc on 4 for the regular rotation. Maybe you want to sprinkle the 2 and 1 in, completely up to you. They don't seem to do that much damage. And then when it comes to the tier 3 rotation, you probably want to go 3 cancel, 4 cancel, 5 cancel, and then just proc entirely on your 6th skill. That's what I'm seeing here. I'm going to take the CTP of Insight off of him just because I don't need him for the next, I would say, 3 or 4 days, I think, in ABL. So I can just put it back later on. It's 600 crystals. I toyed with the idea of just giving him a CTP of Rage because it seems like that is probably the best way to play him outside of giving him a CTP of Insight. But I'm a curious cat and I generally like to use characters with a, an obelisk at first and see if they can actually do anything with it before I, upgrade them to a CTP. I'll go ahead and give him this one right here just because I might have to crush it. I don't know, maybe in the next 2 days to try him out with a Rage, because I think he's probably not going to do very well. Okay. Yeah, exactly what we needed. I don't think he's gonna do very well with a regular prop because of all the delay cancels, but I still want to try it just to say I did. All right, so we're gonna try Cyclops on the same stage that we tried Beast and Angel previously. Both of them underperformed greatly. I would say easily Beast and Angel biggest disappointments of 2022. After waiting so long for them to get like power-ups and whatnot, them getting these lackluster uniforms it's kind of sad. Like, they really just put all of the love into Jean Grey. It's unfortunate that you have to delay the 5 so much, so it just kind of makes him a rage character. Yeah, looking at this. Wow. I tried to see if we could squeeze a delay cancel Oh wow. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough trying to delay the 3 and then delay the 5, bro. It's just not gonna happen. And keep the proc, it's just not gonna happen. Yeah, so with a damage proc, it looks like Cyclops is just not gonna cut it. The damage is just kind of ass, bro. Yeah, so with a proc, he looks weaker than Angel and Beast. The only positive is like his leadership and support is better than ever. And Cyclops has always been meta for ABX, and now he'll be ABX and ABL meta, so the uniform is worth buying just for that, as opposed to Angel and Beast. There isn't really anything that them two are meta for. You have way better speed characters than Angel. Like you have Kamala and Makari. One is well, both are good DPS, and one doubles as a DPS and a support, as opposed to Angel, trash DPS and mediocre in the way of a support. So like, yeah, Cyclops definitely out of all the side characters, the NPCs, if you will, I guess he's the only one that's actually worth looking at. Like Jean Grey's the main dish, the main character, and then, you know, out of the NPCs, just gonna go ahead and just fry this guy. Yeah, this is not looking like it's even possible with a proc. That's sad. There shouldn't be any uniforms released in 2022, bro, that is looking this bad in the way of damage. You know, like I get it, some characters are just meant to be supports, but like I think even a support should be good enough to do a stage 20 clear on my account when they're getting a brand new uniform right now. Yeah, this is a dud, bro. Holy, come on, man. It's normal rotation with the proc does a bar and change on stage 24. That's trash. So we're gonna try him on stage 19. At least here we have Taskmaster, so he won't have the excuse of, oh, we don't have supports. Nah, we have supports, okay? We have at least one support. Can you actually get me a W? At least Angel and them, they were able to beat a stage, bro. They were able to beat 2 stages actually with a proc. Maybe he would have been better off with the oh wow. Oh man, all of that setup, boss just like moved 2 feet away from him. Wow. Man, looks like he might be able to do it. Again, might come down to his survivability, but he does have a good bit in the way of defense via his leadership, so we'll see if he can tank. And Beast is giving him extra HP, but even then he's still not breaking 100k. Unfortunately, I didn't get off my tier 3 there, but it's fine. Okay, let's just have him fire that there. Really, we missed the proc? How? I canceled the skills early even. Yikes. Yeah, we don't have much going in the way of Cyclops. Like I can't even put him in the, oh, he's easy to use and fun to play category. Like, you know, it's literally just you give him a CTP of Insight or you give him a CTP of Rage. Like he can do 19. I wish I could use him on like 20 plus to see if he could do 20 plus here, but he's not a human and he's not combat. So stage 20 to stage 30, he's locked out against Mephisto. It's actually locked out until you get up to 45 actually. 45 you can use Blast, because 30 to sorry, 30 to 34 is female, and then 35 to 39 over here is come on, really? Anyways, his rotation is not even smooth. You have to try and get in like at least 4 skills per rotation to try and set up his tier 3. Wow, okay, man's just moved a little bit away from me, instantly lost my tier 3 damage. Sorry, Cyclops fans or Cyclopsers. I feel bad. I was one of the people hoping to actually use Cyclops outside of the support role for once. And if you guys really want to see it, I'll put the rage on him and see if maybe that brings him to a state where he can do maybe stage 50 plus. What do you guys think? Let me know. Like, I'm curious. Here's the thing. I'd rather be able to say I know he can't do it than I think he can't do it when people ask me questions, right? Because that's the whole purpose of what I'm doing right now. Because I had a feeling, like even with the accumulation, that he wouldn't be like a top tier DPS, but that was just a feeling. And a feeling is temporary, a feeling is fleeting, right? At least I'll have this as footage to say, listen, Cyclops with a proc, damage, mediocre. Not really the easiest character to proc with. And that is to some extent factual, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to going off of a feeling. Granted, the build isn't anything top tier, it's not spectacular by any means, but it's good enough to evaluate him. And from what I'm seeing here, it's underwhelming, right? I feel bad because we waited so long for a mutant update, like a full dedicated mutant update. And we got it. But realistically, it seems like it was just an excuse to give Jean a uniform. It's like, oh, Jean Grey needs a uniform. Let's toss in some other uniforms for some other NPCs and yeah, let's focus on just making Mama Jean as toxic as possible for PvP and as strong as possible for PvE. Hey, at least we got a new world boss legend, with the rewards still not being good enough. I don't know, man. I really don't know. Guys, I'm gonna wrap it here. Leave me your thoughts. I'll catch you in the next one.